his time of the independence, I understand or believe that you had time to have a casual talk with our Prime Minister and raise the same issue. What's his reaction?
I've got to say this. Previously, no other Prime Minister has supported me. They seem to think it was important. In the beginning, Tulepa didn't believe this was possible. It could never happen. So he said, I'm more or less getting people aroused to do this, and he believed it wasn't going to happen. I didn't accept that. I said, no, we will get there. And in FAAMUA's case, she didn't support the visa thing. She wouldn't talk to me. The CEO of Foreign Affairs stopped me on 2 occasions. I spent money to come here because I wanted to have a meeting with the Kulingu'us and the Mafkanga Kinga. They are the power holders that would have been able to sign this petition and got a lot more than we got. We got 50, just under 50,000. In the beginning, I'd said, I want 1 million across the Pacific. Where did we fail and get the number? It was very hard to get those forms back signed. So we went to the QR code, which was the easy access, and we got up close to 50,000 in a short period of time. The problem with that is this. It was a simple process. You click it and you're in there. You give your name, first name and Christian name, but you had to give an email address. And not everybody has an email address. And I went back and I said, we want to change this to mobile phones. They didn't accept that. So today, when I talk about the next subject, about the quota, it is very important we get this information out loud and strong now to our young people who understand all this, to make the vote on behalf of the families. It'll be the same vote. I expect we'll get 100,000 is what I want out of Samoa, right? So as far as the visa is concerned, that's where we are. All I say to our people, trust us, we've done everything we can. We have motivated the people of government to think about this. We have Winston on our side, we have the Greens backing us, and I'm sure the others are there except for National as per usual. We are hoping that we will get a result before they go to election on that basis.
Well, your response to my question, you stop at FAAMUA. What about Lauli right now?
Lauli has been the only Prime Minister of Samoa who has taken on board everything I've been trying to do and supported 1,000%. Absolutely. You know, Winston said to me he wanted to back me. He was conscious and concerned that FAAMUA was worried about mass migration. And I said to him, this is not mass migration. This is just to sort out the visas on arrival. So when Lauli became the Prime Minister and we met, he supported everything I have said openly and publicly. And when Winston got that, he came immediately on board and said, this is what we're doing. So, you know, Samoa, I just want to say this. We have a Prime Minister right now who understands the needs of the people. And I've been here and I've been astounded as how the independence celebrations have gone, and to see people from all over the world supporting Fast Come, and to see him take the people under his wings as part of the journey. Because in politics, people forget. The most important thing about politics is people, And tangata whenua in New Zealand have had this right. He tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It is people, it is people. And so for Samoa, I say, we have someone who's going to stand by Pacific justice and what we are trying to do to get results for the benefits of our people. And I really salute him for what he's done. And he will carry us a long way.
Come to the quota scheme. Our people who are lucky, in the draw, this is another hardship they face. It's getting the work permit.
Yep.
How are you going about with approaching this issue right now?
First of all, the quota was when it was sorted out, set up to fail. Absolute failure. They gave with one hand and took it back on the other because nothing happened, right? Now I'll put it to you this way. When it first started, they said the person had to get a job offer from New Zealand from someone who's never met them, and they've never met them, got no qualifications, and expected the Samoan to get paid a job of $15 an hour in New Zealand when the minimum wage in New Zealand was $7. Now who's going to take somebody from Samoa with no experience and pay them $15 with a minimum of $7? That was absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous, right? So back in 2003, I took this up with Phil Goff, Minister of Immigration. He said, I think you're right. So we made some adjustments. But still today, they are required to get a job offer from offshore, which is impossible to do because then immigration knocks on the door. What did you give them a job for? There's unemployment in New Zealand. This type of rubbish goes on, right? And it also opens up corruption that happens all over the world where people are selling jobs. I mean, I don't think the intention in Samoa to sell jobs was under the table and unscrupulous. No, I think there were people trying to find solutions for people's problems, genuinely. But people seem to forget there's time and money in doing this, and somebody has to pay. And they complain they've paid the money, got nothing, and got no refund. First of all, let's understand that people tried. The failure wasn't theirs, was some other cause. So I just want to say that on the table so there's some understanding in that area. So where are we with this right now? I have filed a petition, and my petition simply says that when a person's name is drawn from the ballot, that New Zealand Immigration issues them a 6-month work permit that allows them to come immediately, and they are responsible for finding the job. They can now face the person, meet the person, talk to the person, and get something happening. If we do that, great, we've made some success, and the quota may be filled, which has never been filled before, right? And I've said, if these people after a 6-month opportunity don't get a job offer, they return, and they must come back. And if they decide they're going to overstay, they're going to pay 10-year penalty. They're not coming back. Because my whole philosophy of this, I don't want one person to stuff everything up for everybody else, because that happens too often. So that's where we are right now. So what needs to happen here in Samoa? I'm asking for your support. We have the, it'll be in Frankie's stores. This is going to go up, right? The barcode is there. Sorry, the barcode is there. All you have to do, and I'm saying for our young people should help the parents and grandparents and themselves by going to the barcode and voting now. Right? That's what we need to do. If we want to succeed, we have to send a very strong message to New Zealand. We are not going to take this rubbish anymore. And change has to happen, and happen fast. Right? And so the purpose of this visit and to meet the media was I wanted you to understand this, because let's face it, irrespective of what I do or what my team does, you govern everything. You're the voice of the people. You can lead the people in the right directions. And I'm thankful that May at Frankie's is backing us, and she'll put these up in all her stores to get our message across. I'm hoping our written media will help us by publishing this as well. I mean, I want people to understand this is extremely important, right? We need to fix it now. And even the young people, they have to realize they themselves will fall into this situation in the future. Yes. When I watched the march past the other day, my heart was pounding, and I say to myself this: there are thousands of children here, and there's a lot more that aren't here. There's some that are not going to school. Where is their future? Where is their future here in Samoa? Which takes me to my other thinking that I've said for a long time. Pui pui Samoa mo kai au.